Where we at? Week 10. Week 10. Here we go. Here we are. I don't know how many times I said it. I don't think it caught me the first time. 9-1. We're gonna play a triple header. See how it turns out. Whoop whoop. Oh, we're going into the bye week. Whoop whoop. Jeez. That's right. We're gonna let them go bond, drink a bunch of beer, and chase people. Chase women on the beach. Whatever the hell they do to bond. Relaxed. Oh, shit. I don't need that. I'm not sure where we're going. I wanted to negotiate with the players, but this Madden 24 seems like it lags in the lobby. Game don't lag, the lobby lags. And we lost that old boy. I don't have any money. Uh, I must have given out some too much money to some people or something. I did that wrong or something early on. Got that money to sign all them people. see it? All right. Clean up some paperwork, so to speak. Let's see what happens here. Got to clean up some paperwork, man. Upgrade some players. Had a bye week. Upgrade. Man, I already did this once. His ass better be there. Let me check. Mighty. I think I did that for last week, though. Alright, we're good. Alright, we can't let this one slip.
today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Matthew Stafford and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Right to the air is Carr. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Carr now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd and short. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Scott Miller deep for Atlanta. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're brought out by a man now in his 15th NFL season, one of the most productive passers in league history, and a former Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals, but they also have both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing now is Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That one deep for London. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. The Falcons at 9-1 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Stafford. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Damn.
They've certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Again, it's Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Kamara found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Here's Kamara off the draw, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So Carr will exit stage right and on his Lutz for the Saints field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Stafford. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to... I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, rules of the field reversed.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. In motion left goes Smith. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting Jags out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jonathan Mingo with a touchdown catch from Bryce Young. In our game has been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Robinson will try to pick it up, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. There he goes, right side. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
To throw his car. Little short pass here to Hill. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Stafford. Oh, what a catch by Pitts. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's got it down to the 28. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Stafford. Throw left side. There's London. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Carr. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. On 1st down, Stafford here. That one deep for London. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stafford. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. Looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Stafford now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurt.
Birds take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
On the give, here's Robinson. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Throwing his car. Pass complete. Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's 1st down. They'll run this one right with Robinson.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now 2nd and 4. Stafford now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So time for Carr and the Saints. Trailing 17-10, 36 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And Thomas has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Carr to throw. That'll be caught by Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Carr. This is Smith with a grab. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Carr. He gets it to Thomas. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 2nd down. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for Atlanta, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here.
tell me I didn't. Wait. They're not going to count that game? I ain't playing it again. Let's simulate it. Yeah, man. We just played a hell of a game. And they screwed me on it. potentially a playoff team. Not there yet. So where am I confused? So we did week 11 was the bye. Week 12. But it says we're going into week 30. I'm thinking it should be going into week 13.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the New York Jets taking on Matthew Stafford and the Atlanta Falcons.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Right to the air. Here's Stafford. And complete to Drake London. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game: 21 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 12 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll run again here with Robinson.
And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 29.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Handoff now to Robinson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Down right around the 25. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away. Changes what you're putting.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Slot man moves right. Throwing is Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 56 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. From the 50, Stafford. That's brought in downfield by London. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Stafford. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts.
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Robinson with another carry.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Rodgers' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Timeouts they got.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final shot before the break. Stafford.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Hall again.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that will keep the lead at 8.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Now Stafford.
Oh,
And he knocks the
I
ball
had him
away, and
open.
it falls incomplete.
You know, when you go through scouting reports, you go through everything. Height, weight, speed, the whole deal. They knew that they had a 4-inch height advantage there and tried to make a play on a 50-50 ball, didn't they?
Yeah, took the shot downfield. Hey, give him credit defensively. Maybe 4 inches shorter, but able to jostle it free.
Feisty. Feisty.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Again, it's Robinson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second down and 4. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. 95 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Robinson up the middle.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On the give, here's Robinson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Koo now for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So now Rodgers with a new team, but in a spot he's been before. Down by 15. Just under 2 minutes to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Completes this to Jefferson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first down, Rodgers.
Catch is made by Hardman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
All day, he said.
Now it's Rodgers.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Rodgers.
Going down, Rodgers.
He's sacked back around the 28.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. And he's got this to Jefferson.
One final try now for Rodgers. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Falcons, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets,
Still the same, I think. All right, man. Let's see where we're at here. 11-1, 9-2, 9-2, 9-3, 9-3. All right, there's some people up there. We ain't all that damn good. All right. Well, I guess we're out. There's the 3 weeks we played them. One of them was a bye, but I'm out. We'll Don't tell me he was 1 yard short. I need 1 more yard of him, didn't I? Hell yeah. Oh, damn, look at that. I didn't expect that. I'm going to have to run him more. Elson's over here. Let's see what our receivers look like. Who's knocking it out? It's pretty tight. It's pretty balanced out, actually. Yes, I want to throw the ball to Patterson more. Alright, looking good. The hell does this even mean? I have 182. I know what that means. Alright, we're out. Appreciate you.